B, in our example here, says, how long does it take the water to boil? So we've got our equation here, W equals 1.8 T plus 10. Which of these variables will we be solving for if I asked you how long it would take for water to boil? You'd be looking for T, right? Because T represents the amount of time that has gone by. So that, in order to do that, we need to know what W is, the temperature. A little bit of a science question, but what is the temperature of water when it starts to boil? 100 degrees, right? So we put in 100 for W, and we can solve for T. Okay? So we bring the 10 over, change sides, change signs. So 100 minus 10 equals 1.8 T. That is 90. And divide out the 1.8. 15? Exactly? 50. Well, 50. 50. So it takes 50 minutes. Is that a long time? You got a box of macaroni. You're trying to boil water by throwing hot rocks into it. The problem with that is they didn't have macaroni back in the day. They boil, I don't know what they boiled. Meat, probably. Rice, this is First Nations. I don't think we had rice back then.
What are they
This is like North America.
Okay, well they
could be eating your bathtub.
No, but what are they pouring in there?
What's that?
It looks like rice.
Looks like rice?
Or sardine fish. I don't know why it would be.
One more comment I wanted to make on this example is just back up to A here for a moment. Remember how when we had this equation where we didn't know one of the pieces of that equation? We didn't know what M was. Okay? Technically what we did is we used a point that we knew was on that line. In this case the point was 5, representing 5 minutes, 19 representing the temperature of the water after 5 minutes. And we put that point into the equation, right? We put the 5 for T and the 19 for W, and we were able to find out M. Okay? You're only allowed to do that when you know for sure that the point is on the line. Okay? Watch what happens if I use, say, the point 419. And I didn't know whether or not that point was on the line. You weren't told that. Okay? Watch what would happen. If I put in 19 for W equals 4M plus 10, and then solve for that M again, just really quick, that's 9 equals 4M. Divide both sides by 4. So 9 over 4 is 2.25. So we got a different value for the slope, right? It should have been, what was it, 1.8? But because we used a different point that wasn't on the line, we got a different value for the slope. So you run a risk there using something that isn't on the line. Alright? But the point is, when you know a point is on the line, you can use those coordinates in the equation to find out more information about that line. And that's number 9 and 10 in your textbook, if you had struggles there. Does that make sense?